Welcome to the future today, where we bash the opportunities of the future against the realities of today. Today's topic is XRP in less than 6 minutes. You've got things to do. I've got things to do. Let's just hit it. What's the opportunity for XRP? The original vision was brilliant. Let's create a more efficient way to transfer money between countries and around the world. That was the original vision, started in 2012, but it's become something so much greater over time because this, by design or just by desperation, has become almost the potential to be the first approved cryptocurrency, the first approved altcoin. Why? Because they took on the SEC, or the SEC took on them, and guess what? They won, which would make them potentially the first sanctioned cryptocurrency, which is huge. That's the opportunity. So why do we even care about XRP? Well, Swift is something that was born before I was born, and that's pretty old. But Swift, well, let's just say it leaves a lot to be desired. And crypto travels fast. Swift is slow. I don't know if you've ever done an international transfer, but it's a little bit vexing and a lot slow. And this is exactly the type of thing that blockchain can excel at. You've got an immutable record of all the transactions thanks to blockchain. Hard to see why governments and banks don't adopt this, but we'll explain that more later. So let's hit the profile. Started in 2012 by 4 founders. The market cap is 28 billion, which makes them in the top 5 cryptocurrencies out there, arguably the leading altcoin, because everything above it is Bitcoin or Ethereum or stable coins. About 100 developers working on this, as far as I can tell. I can't count the number of releases, but we're talking about 1 million transactions a day these guys did. So the infrastructure is there. If you believe the press releases, these guys can handle the volume. So let's go straight into the SWOT analysis. It's got a large market cap. It's well adopted. It's an early mover. This might be the first sanctioned altcoin, arguably the first sanctioned cryptocurrency. Doesn't rely on mining. You don't need a lot of hackers out there with machines, creating a large carbon footprint. All this has already been mined. They claim they can do 1,500 transactions a second, which makes them one of the most robust networks out there. There are threats as well. There are lots of competition. The SEC could come back from the previous wins. They're on appeal. SEC could come back and win, or perhaps Ripple's tarnished as something that the SEC took on. The adoption for international transfers is slow. That's definitely a threat. Weaknesses. This thing trades for about 50 cents as of the time of this recording. That's pretty low. Large market cap, but low price point. Price point is everything. Early investors may be turned off by the low price point. It could be replaced by central bank digital currencies. Maybe that's why governments and banks have been slow to adopt. I don't know. They've got a tough sledding going against all the banks, all the international banks, and all the international countries. It's just tough sledding going up against all those adversaries to bring a change agent. It's funded largely, as I can tell, by token price. Not a lot of VCs pouring money into this thing, so it's going to win or lose by its token price, as far as I can tell. Threats, lots of competition. We talked about that. The opportunity is hard to fathom. Like, what if it's hard to say how big this thing could get if it replaced Swift and all international transaction? It could get greater adoption because of its wins with the SEC, and could finally beat out Swift, like we talked about. Let's talk about it as an investment vehicle. Look, you can trade this thing as a crypto. You can trade it as a business. These are my personal opinions. You've heard of meme coins. There are theme coins as well. This is, in my book, a theme coin, because you're betting on more efficient international transfers. As a crypto, I'd give it 7 out of 10. These could be the first sanctioned Bitcoin, altcoin, cryptocurrency, whatever you want to call it. And that's huge. They've got one of the largest market caps out there. They've got the infrastructure to pull it off. But if you want to trade it as a business, there's fairly long odds. It's a huge opportunity, but fairly long odds, not a lot of capital behind this thing. And that's the summary of Ripple XRP. If you like this kind of advice, if you don't have a lot of time and you just want to get the headlines on a particular altcoin, I'd ask you to give it a like. Give me your comments below. If you want to learn more about this, let me know. I'll give you more information about this. And that is XRP in less than 6 minutes. And that is the future today.